It was a couple of weeks ago, on a rainy, windy day. Sophia Alexander found herself locked out of her Bay Park office. She had a Zoom meeting to attend, so she drove around the neighborhood to a quiet side street and parked.
I so happened to look over and I was like, what is that? It was like a little, I guess, fluffy thing. I thought it was a rock actually at first, but then it started moving. I was like, that's not a rock for sure.
For sure, it was not a rock. Alexander switched from Zoom to her camera, and this is what she saw.
I saw like a breathing pattern happening with this little fluffy guy. So I was like, is that like a bird? And it kind of resembled, I guess, an owl. I was like, is that a baby owl?
That's exactly what it was, a baby owl, a nestling. It had fallen out of its nest. Alexander says she called her supervisor, who told her not to worry about work to make sure the owl was okay. Meantime, the weather was taking a turn for the worst. She knew she had to do something, but she didn't want to scare the bird, so she went from camera to phone and called the San Diego Humane Society. They arrived about 20 minutes later.
So I made sure to stay here until they came to pick him up just to make sure he was good.
The nestling was brought here to the Humane Society's Wildlife Center, where it got a thorough looking over.
We take in sick, injured, and orphaned wildlife, so anything from an orphaned baby squirrel or possum to raptors that get hit by cars,
Chantal LaRose is the wildlife operations manager here. After determining the baby bird was okay, they wanted to get it back home as quickly as possible. The nest was located right above from where Sophia Alexander found the nestling.
Once we established that the nest was active, that the parents were still around, we got in contact with West Coast arborists.
West Coast arborists are indispensable when it comes to re-nesting birds. They have a cherry picker.
It's the only way that we could reach the nest. It's like 50 feet in the air.
The arborists saw that the nest was on the small side and there were already 2 nestlings in it, so they expanded the size of the nest and put the nestling back in. Back at the scene of the fall, and we saw the Humane Society had posted this notice informing people of the nest, and when we looked up, there she was, Mama Owl and one of the nestlings, and us humans down below, who hope the next time these babies leave the nest, they don't fall, but fly. John Carroll, KPBS News.